Welcome to Tricky Mickey. Please subscribe, share, and like. In this episode, we are going to analyze the history, mysteries, and conspiracy of Area 51. What is the government hiding? Is it in our best interest to know, to ask questions, to inquire, to have inquisitive minds regarding Area 51? First of all, it's 83 miles northwest of Las Vegas, Nevada. It is at an elevation of 4,462 feet. It is operated by the Air Force and is part of the Edwards Air Force Base of California. In Area 51, there is a site called the Nevada Test Site, and it is 1,360 square miles up. And since 1951, the government has tested 928 nuclear tests, some above ground. In Area 51, there is also an airport called Homey Airport, a water town strip, a home base. And in 1995, the area was expanded to include an additional 3,972 area acres. But what is it that's happening at Area 51? What are the speculation and conspiracy? Well, first of all, it's a large U.S. base and one of the most secretive in the world. Area 51 is a remote tract of land in the southwestern portion of the southern Nevada in the western United States. It is a study center, and it's also called Groom Lake. It's a dry lake bed, and it's a large military airfield. This base has also seen many attempts to penetrate it. It is highly patrolled, well guarded, and since it's a military base, if you try to penetrate it, you will be shot on sight, and there are many signs warning people to stay away, not to attempt these things. Patrolling the ground are many guards. They appear in white jeeps, and they're heavily armed, and they're constantly waving at people, not because they're friendly, but because it's in your best interest to stay away. Area 51 has always been rumored to be a place of aliens, but it's without a doubt a military place for experimentation of different types of aircrafts and other forms of national security, defense, missiles, planes, and stealth technology. Everything from surveillance camera, magnetic trip sensors, and optical sensors are found on the ground and all over the place to make sure that anybody who doesn't have clearance is kept out. This is part of military national security. But what is the true purpose of Area 51? Well, since it was established, it is a secret military base, as I told you. Its true purpose can never be truly known because the government will not tell you. Area 51 was originally designed to be a safe place for the president and the rest of the government to stay during times of war or nuclear threat. Area 51 was built to withstand a nuclear attack since it's almost entirely underground. It is also said that Area 51 is large enough to house the entire U.S. government, meaning it must be a huge underground facility, probably a very big city. You're now looking at a U-2 spy plane. It was used during the Cold War to spy on the Soviet Union, our Cold War enemy. This plane was discontinued in 1955. But from Area 51, we have new stealth technology, like the B-52 stealth aircraft that was used in the Iraq War. What are some of the conspiracy? Well, that is a storage and examination of reverse engineering of crashed alien spacecraft, manufacture of aircraft based on alien technology called UFO, development of exotic energy weapon, technology and aircraft developments. All of this is rumors and speculation. But why does the government not come out and say what it is hiding? Well, first of all, they don't have to for interest of national security. The government feels that as long as people are guessing domestically, also our enemies are also guessing internationally. It is highly unlikely that we have alien technology there, because aliens would have to come in very large spacecraft, and they have not been seen there. There have been people who have been camped from a long distance watching with high power binoculars, and what they have seen are regular human aircrafts coming out of that place. Area 51. The media for purposes of sensationalism, promotes the UFO conspiracy. The media has an expression: if it bleeds, it leads. This is the way they sell newspaper. So for the purpose of propaganda, the government allows people to continue to believe what you want to believe. It's UFO, it's aliens, it's technology. But it's harder to prove that as opposed to anything else. But let's go step by step with all these technology. If the government indeed has UFO technology, spaceships, sooner or later, this kind of secret will spill out, because no matter who's working there, no matter what documents they sign, all somebody has to do is anonymously write a book about this, put some pictures in the book through secret cameras that they can smuggle in, they can smuggle out. Our technology has become so sophisticated that you can put a camera in a ring or some other means. Miniature cameras already exist. You're looking at a picture of a UFO. It goes by the definition of unidentified flying object. Such objects have been identified as meteor, disintegrating satellites, flock of birds, aircraft, lights, weather balloon, and just about anything that's suspicious that's moving in the sky. People's imagination allows them to see what they want to see. For example, in 1947, an alleged alien craft was reported to have crashed somewhere near the New Mexican desert. Residents claimed to have discovered on the scene, witnessed dead and injured alien beings. Let's stop and think about this for a moment. What was really occurring in New Mexico desert? What kind of crash occurred? Well, the government has stated, after they released the file, that they were testing weather balloons, and that these weather balloons crashed with test dummies, and they showed them. They showed some of the weather balloon remains and has been photographed and duly documented, and there's no way really objectively and factually to contradict the government's claim. As much as people have tried through the Freedom of Information Act to figure out if the government isn't lying, there is no substantial evidence to find the government guilty of any type of conspiracy. As much as I like to believe in alien life forms and Star Trek and Star Wars, we have to give the government the benefit of doubt sometimes at certain things. Once again, the interest of national security, the government has built many things over the years and has found that we have technology developed there in the interest of national security. What we have continuously found from the government is that they are very consistent in the way they protect the interests of the American people and national security issues by revealing over time that there is no evidence to support these outlandish conspiracy theory. Nothing will be more popular and entertaining from a science fiction point of view than for any of these conspiracies to be true. Back in the time of President Clinton signed Executive Order number 98-36, exempting the United States Air Force operating Area 51 from disclosure of classified activities regarding anything dealing with hazardous or solid waste, etc. What are the evidence that something supernatural or alien technology is occurring in Area 51? Absolutely no evidence whatsoever. I am not debunking or giving credits to conspiracy individuals. I usually believe the government is always up to something, anything to increase its power politically and economically. There's more evidence that the government is trying to create a new world order than hiding alien technology. If there's such a thing as aliens, do you actually think they will come to this third world to share with us their advancement? They probably would avoid us because we're a hick world. We shouldn't over-exaggerate what is happening on this world. We should understand that the most likely scenario is the government is just testing their military activities there, and they do not need to explain that to us. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to Tricky Mickey. Bye.